Hello, everyone, and welcome to 60 Seconds. This is a nuclear survival horror, basically to emulate the fears of having an actual bomb drop and having to return and having to survive off of like 1 minute to get everything ready. Um, Seen it, wanted to play it for a minute, so I'm honestly down to go for it. See how far we get with just this little dry run. I've yet to play it, so kind of going into this blind. Whoa. Okay. Oh, need the wife. Soup. Gotta get the soup. Gotta get the soup. Yes. Oh my goodness. Nah, I gotta get back. Oh. What a first run. What a first run. I don't know what I needed, but I just kind of grabbed anything and everything. Gas masks, bad smell, toxic fog, just put on a mask. How about that? Who would have known? Okay. All of us made it into the shelter just a second before the blast. That was a close one. As long as we're all together, we can make it work down here. We remember hearing canned soup is healthy for you. When you open the shelter door, we noticed some of the shelves were already stocked. We can't really say we recall putting all these supplies down here, but we're definitely going to put them into good use. There's one gun, one can of spray. Ooh, sorry about that. Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans, sleep on cans, and we'll even talk to cans. Some of us already do. Plenty of water means we don't have to worry about that for some time. Cool, then nobody gets fed. 1 minute it was the time to find it was all fine, and then the next we were at each other's throats. We did this. How did this happen? This is insane. We need to get a grip on ourselves if we are going to survive this. Let's just sleep on it. Yep, probably. Already got stubble. That's crazy. We stopped arguing, but for how long? Mary Jane is feeling safe. Who wouldn't in this coffin-sized shelter? Despite the dire circumstances and all the trouble we are going through, Timmy is being very brave. Dolores is doing quite well. Ooh, excuse me. Or she just can't find anything to complain about. There's nothing going on with Ted. Nothing new anyway. Okay. Nobody eats then. Everyone's still highly radioactive. Trips to the surface are a big risk for our health right now. We got a gas mask. We're fine. We're chill. But seem to be operating under the assumption that they have all the same rights to this shelter as we do. They're everywhere and don't seem very scared of us. It's time we change that. Sure. Show 'em who's boss. Oh, it's gone now. Okay. There's one thing that can drive spiders away and stop us climbing up furniture. It's the bug killing spray. This was the right time to unleash this deadly weapon, and the results were excellent. We eradicated 404 of those little bastards. We even found a water bottle stashed in the corner. It was a good day. We should get Mary Jane something to drink. Timmy prefers apple juice, but right now some water. Water. Everybody gets water. Oh, nice. We've been preparing for this expedition since yesterday and feel ready to go right now. Who should be the lucky one to venture out into the unknown? I'm gonna give you gas mask, Mary Jane. Bye-bye. Get on out of here. Find us some food. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. Timmy is good. Well, at least he was 5 minutes ago. Dolores is fine and well, as much as anyone can be fine and well in this tiny shelter. Ted is fine. Okay. Nope, we don't touch it. How about that lake we've been going to for the past few years? It would be so good to find ourselves there, far away from all this madness, swim a little, maybe take a boat ride, even if the whole place turned into a Tamaville. It's dark. Ugh. This is a big reality, that's for sure. As long as we're safe, we can stay down here. Timmy is good. Well, at least he was 5 minutes ago. Tade was relatively calm. Dolores. Ted is fine. Oh. We really missed the life we had. The space, the sky, the food. More food. We wish we could go back to the time before this damn bomb dropped. Understandable. It looks like they're all just thirsty. Fond memories are one thing, but we need to be ready for a harsh reality that awaits us. We had the most curious visitor today. One of them was making the sound of a galloping horse, using a pair of rocks and hitting them against each other, while his companion was pretending to ride said horse. They claimed to be the very important guest to seek some magical cup. Only they lost their way in the wasteland. They asked permission to have a quick look at our map to determine their whereabouts. Yeah. What, are they gonna take the map? They gonna tear it up? Ah, see, look, I still got the map. We were way too impressed with their medieval outfits to decline, so we showed them our map and pointed at the location of our shelter. They quickly found their bearings and rewarded our kindness with a set of checkers, and swiftly rode off. Or ran off. We hope they find what they're looking for. Timmy's very hungry. Life is hard for all of us right now, but Dolores is in a good mood today. We hope it stays this way. Okay, so Ted and Tim. I never thought we'd be... Come on. Were the spiders that big of an issue that I'd have to use? Hello? Turns out that calling an ambulance is not an option anymore. We reached the hospital, it's in ruins. But part of it turned out to be still standing. 2 water and 2 med kit. Awesome, she's quite hungry and tired. Timmy's good. Dolores needs to eat. We'll prepare it for Timmy. Timmy this time. But again, they said, it will be fun, they said. They never mentioned picking one word would be so much trouble. Oh, picking one. Day 9. We played hide and seek. The longest round we were able to play lasted for 10 seconds. And that was only because the lights went out for a moment. Mary Jane is quite hungry. Timmy doesn't need much, but he should drink. Dolores will not last without water. Tim needs water to survive. So water, water, hunger. Mary Jane. Boom. You know what? We're gonna give you some water just before you go out. Just don't want him to get sick going out there. It's radiated, you know? Bad stuff out there. Mary Jane is quite hungry. Getting something to drink for Mary Jane sounds like the right idea. Timmy went out to the wastelands. We don't know what we will do if he doesn't come back. Today was relatively calm for Lotus. This morning has been calm enough. Ted, he's doing well. Huh? Oh, this morning has been calm enough for Ted. He's doing well. Okay. so quite hungry. She's eating so much. Ridiculous, Mary Jane. It's that time we stopped wondering about what's going on and well, don't have a radio. So how about tuning that radio station and learning a thing or two about the brave new world? Nope. They say ignorance is bliss. Another day without any clue what's going on might not necessarily kill us. Harry Jane seems fine today. Hopefully it will stay that way. Life is hard for all of us right now, but Dolores is in a good mood today. We hope it stays that way. Okay, awesome. Everybody's doing great. Everybody's doing great. We learned a valuable lesson recently. If you don't do anything about roaches in your home, you will end up roaches. That's not ideal. If you don't want to do anything about it, we will end up all glowy just like them. Use the gun. It's going to destroy the gun. Oh my goodness, it didn't. Victory's ours. The roaches are defeated. Oh, this is a glorious day for all remaining humanity. Humans are the dominant species once again. Doesn't need anything. Can't remain this thirsty for long. Okay, Dolores. Everybody can have water. I don't see the issue. We can do it on our own. The escaping part, not the ruining part, of course. However, there might be someone out there who can help us. Let's keep our eyes and ears open. We don't got a radio, so we can't do nothing. If there is one thing we need to do, it's to use the radio on a regular basis to catch any emergency broadcasts that might be transmitted in our area. It's either that or it's strolling around outside waiting to be picked up. The first option sounds a bit more sane. It's always better when things are calm. Luckily, nothing new happened to Mary Jane today. Dolores is fine and well. As much as anybody can be fine and well in this tiny shelter, Ted's stomach is rumbling. Okay, everybody's good. Everything is shaking, cans are jumping all around the place. If this had happened after we drank that delicious wine for supper a few weeks back, it would seem perfectly normal. It's either another nuke or a quake. Either way, we need to grab something before everything gets smashed to pieces. Save the flashlight. Save the flashlight. That was a close call. The torch was about to hit the floor when we caught it, but honestly, the whole place is a mess. Something might have been broken. We won't know until we look through everything. Let's hope no more quakes will hit us. It hasn't eaten in a while. Ted is hungry. Okay, looks like they can all eat. During the night, we heard some suspicious sounds coming from behind our door. When we peeked out in the morning, we saw a leather suitcase that has no address or name on it, but we're pretty sure it's meant for us. Should we open it? Yeah, screw it. What's the worst that can happen? It would explode. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of water. Damn it, the gift was a booby trap. There's nothing inside besides some junk, and as soon as we opened the suitcase, it exploded. Is anybody hurt? We were so afraid for Timmy. But he came back. On the edge of town, there used to be a parking lot. Now it looks more like a junkyard. Most vehicles are completely wrecked. Under the burnt remains of a picnic table, we found some bottles of water. Thankfully, there were... Oh, dude, they had 2 cans of soup, too. Indestructible cans were scattered all around the parking lot. Getting something to drink from Mary Jane sounds like the right idea. So, drink for Mary, food for Timmy, drink for Mary. You didn't expect a phone call so soon after the atomic bomb drop, yet here we are, clearly hearing a phone ring outside. It must be the public phone booth on the other side of the street. Should someone go answer it? Yeah, Mary Jane, you go answer it. Timmy's pulled his weight. When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We had started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope that they will get back to us. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter safe. Mary Jane is quite hungry. Timmy should eat something. Today was relatively calm. Okay, so these two should eat. Ted, you don't need the med kit, bro. We stumbled upon the remains of a bandit shouty town. Someone or something tore it down. Incidentally, amidst the rubble, we found a cat, licking its paws nonchalantly, surrounded by blood and dismembered limbs. As we made our way back to the shelter, the cat followed. We can now hear its paws impatiently scratching our hat. Should we let it inside? Of course. It's a cat. Let it in. Sherikov. When we opened the hatch, the cat jumped in and marched around the whole shelter, sniffing out all of us. Every wall, corner, empty soup can, and piece of furniture. Finally picked a quiet place, sat down, and let out a deep sigh before taking a 12-hour nap. Its collar has Sherikov etched into it. What kind of name is that? Mary Jane seems fine today. Hopefully it will stay that way. Timmy should eat something. How about getting Timmy something to drink? He's not looking too well. Today was relatively calm. But Timmy gets both. Some of us are keener to go outside. Yeah, Mary Jane. This gas mask seems to be like a lucky charm or something. Oh look, he's up there enjoying the AC. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope that she hurries back. Timmy should eat something. Water. Yeah, everything you smell attacks our nose in this little shelter instantly. There isn't much we can miss, so when a single brick fell out of the wall, revealing a tight opening, our senses were immediately invaded by a terrible stench. Yeah, absolutely, check that hole. There's little drawings coming up on the side. Axe. Huh. We looked into the hole, fearing something might come at us, claws and fangs or other mutated and sharp body parts, but nothing happened. So we found a dead rat who was trying to break into a can of tomato soup. He failed miserably. We have a feeling we'll be luckier than him, so we confiscated it. We gave the rat a proper burial in an empty can. He deserved that much. One can, to me, is good. Well, at least he was 5 minutes ago. If there was anything to report, Dolores, this is where it would have been written. Ted is hungry. There you go, Ted. If there's anyone who can rescue us from this hell situation, it's our government. Sorry, nope. There's one thing we need to do, it's to use a radio on a regular basis. Well, he should drink. Dolores needs to eat. Ted's wounds are not a pretty sight. Yeah, it's the other way around. You know what? Fine. We've been busy since we got to the shelter. There's still much to be done, like trimming that shrubbery in our yard. That's definitely something we want to do when we get out of here. It doesn't exist anymore. Don't knock off the flashlight, bro. Does he break stuff? Maybe moving away won't be too bad. We could probably make new friends, meet new people, provided anyone is still alive. It is. While playing in the shelter, Sherikov stumbled upon a small wooden box that was hidden behind some loose bricks. It contained some useless memorabilia and a can of old bug spray. Timmy may not look like it, but he's a strong young boy. He's doing just fine. Dolores needs to drink. Ted needs to water. Fine with me. Sherikov is still a fresh addition to our little family, so we need to keep an eye on it. And believe it or not, just today we noticed something else on its color. It seems to be a metal plate with an address on it. And it's not far. Should we take a quick trip and see what's there? Yeah. Get him home. Oh, yeah, he went home. Before we reached the end of our street, we were stopped by two men wearing dark coats and stylish hats. We rushed towards the cat to pick him up, saying they'd been looking for him for a while now. Supposedly, Sherikov belongs to an old lady who's rather fond of it and misses the little guy dearly. We shrugged and went back to our shelter. The cat didn't seem to care, so why should we? Good thing we didn't get too attached to it in the last few days. Looks like the good scout he is, Timmy is making the best of the situation. He seems cheerful. Dolores is okay. Dope, everybody's solid. Nobody needs to eat. For an isolated, sure to have a lot of disturbances. Something I've been making a lot of noise since dawn, and we couldn't sleep. It seems to be coming from under the floor. Coincidentally, we found a manhole. Take the axe. Oh, it's one or the other. I still have the axe. Dope. Nobody's hurt. We found treasure down there. Pills, bottles, and other medical supplies were stacked on a few shelves down in a narrow room, just enough to stock our first aid kit. Good for us. We didn't find the source of the noise. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter from the surface. Yes! Mary Jane. We believe that our expedition to Wasteland must have been followed by strangers. We should be more cautious next time. We quickly discovered that the local supermarket has become the base of operations for raiders. Okay, the way was clear to the staff room. She found a bottle. 6 bottles. Let's go. Mary Jane's hungry. Timmy water. You would expect a nuclear explosion would be enough to quench any petty argument when future is not looking too pretty and all you see is naked walls. Not much is necessary for an explosion. It happens. We started fighting like crazy. Let's skip this. Let's go to the next day without it. He's back! The AC fan up top stopped working. Oh, there it goes. We're done fighting, but for how long? To our surprise, we found Sherikov back in our shelter this morning. We're not exactly sure why or how it came back. Is it our good care it appreciates, our kind hearts, optimism, or just our stockpile of soup cans? Only time will tell. Mary Jane's hungry. Timmy should eat. Water. 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 Eat. Eat. We're almost out of soup. We need soup. Dolores, you're gonna end up going. I'm sorry. I'm getting disgusting. The good news is we don't have much of an appetite, but when we see it, so we're saving some food. Yet, for some reason, we would like to tidy this mess up. Those giant green cockroaches look pretty good motivators. Spray them. We dodged a bullet this time. That is, if the bullet was huge, hairy, had 8 legs, and glowing head. Hopefully we won't have to deal with them again. Timmy is on his best behavior. How long will it last? Dolores is pretty fatigued. Ted is hungry. Goodbye, Dolores. Dolores is on her way to the surface. Let's hope she'll make it back safe. Timmy would want some water. Water is what Mary Jane needs right now. Everybody gets water. Nope, sorry. That's a radio thing. We don't need a radio. We don't have a radio. We'll just live with how we are now. Please don't knock that off. If there's one thing, I'm impressed how well Mary Jane is handling this mission. Looks fine today. Nothing new to report on Jimmy. Ted seems to be doing alright, even though the world has gone to shit a crappy place. A light crash, surprising shriek, and a bit of debris falling from our ceiling. Truly a recipe for a good start to the day. As it turns out, Sherikoff found a new toy. A bit of innocuous wiring that it ripped out of the wall. Who knows what the cabin and cable is for, but our lights are still on, so it can't be for that. Can't be that important, right? Should we take the wire away from our fluffy friend and investigate it? Yeah? How do we not know what it is? It's in our shelter. Why'd the door open? We grabbed the cable and followed it to a rusty old pickup truck in our parked in our neighbor's driveway. Upon opening the door, we were confronted with two men wearing huge headphones who looked extremely surprised to see us. They wiretapped our shelter when we were asleep. They were listening to everything we said. We gave them hell and marched back to our bunkers. There isn't anything new bothering Mary Jane. She seems okay as much as it can be in her current situation. Ted is not complaining today, at least right now, very much. Tired, fatigued. Everybody's tired, fatigued. Everybody gets water. The agents who were spying on us are now at the door and want to explain themselves. Should we hear them out? Sure. Well, you spying on the cat, not us? That's gonna be a good excuse, I tell you that. It's like the only thing you can say. Hey, she's back. She brought soup. They're agents, real live secret agents on the government mission. We saw their identity cards briefly. They weren't listening in on us. It was the cat. Oh my god. They were interested in. They made a request too, wanting us to aid them with some of their top secret missions in the future. If we do that, they promise they will extract us to a government safe house full of supplies and donuts. Hopefully they can come back soon with more information. We returned with the axe. Our little trip to the surface might have been spotted and followed. We should be more careful next time. It was difficult to tell right and left in all of that rubble that our town turned into. Okay, she found a gas station with a soup can. Oh, a water and... Okay. It's cards. Dude, she's killing it. You get the full set for that. Yep, everybody's all good. A young man paid us a visit today. He told us the story of his brave twin sister who went missing while spying in a nearby band again. He said that while these circumstances are far from perfect, they were in fact meaning to contact us eventually meet us. He believed his sister was discovered and is currently held captive in that camp. He has a few men, but he could use all the help he could get. We help him. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Take Mary Jane. She eats the most. She ate like 4 cans. Okay, she's alive. The young man was assisted by a group of other survivors, all armed but really friendly. We found the girl, threw her a weapon, and fought off the bandits guarding the exit. Siblings were happy to be reunited, but also very confused. Turns out the bandit leader is actually their father. It's a crazy small world we live in. Anyway, they were really thankful and promised to contact us again. Mary Jane's pretty fatigued. Timmy has rested. Yes! I'd love to eat something. No new problems or trouble. Ted is fine. Doris, you can have something to eat. You can have some water, Mary Jane. It's so silly, easily to escalate. Silly argument in close quarters doesn't help. We were chatting, and then suddenly we were fighting and fighting. Let's just hope we'll get over this soon. I made it to day 31. I'm pretty happy with this already. What day do you have to get to survive? You know what I mean? There's nothing better than the quiet after the storm. Or was it the other way around? Mary Jane's diet could use a little food. Timmy should eat something. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Everybody gets fed. Everybody gets fed and water. Oh my lord. Go on, bud. Oh my lord. Let's do that. That's fantastic. It's not like we're gonna need either or two of those. Dolores has not eaten for a while and has to drink something. Nothing's going on with Ted. Nice. Everybody gets water. We were about to finish our dinner, if you can call it that, when we heard someone knocking on the door. It seems to be a trader who was very interested in ammunition. How about that? I got checkers. We got for checkers instead of ammunition. The visitor was quite confused and tried to explain what this was. We pretended to understand nothing. It was amusing until he left with our checkerboard. Asshole. It's always better than when things were calm. Douche. We got half a can left. As long as we have food and water. Sorry, no rescue. Oh man, there's one thing we need to do, it's to use the radio regularly. Awesome, everybody's all solid. Let's just give everybody water just in case. Wouldn't it be fantastic if we could just get out of here and leave? Walk the surface like we used to, smell the fumes and pot pollution. Oh, that's the scent of freedom we miss. 35. I made it to 35. As long as we're safe, we can stay down here. Mary Jane is feeling well. We went into the coffin size. Today was relatively easy on the Dolores, but that is fine. Awesome. After Dolores returned from the last night's expedition, she was complaining of a minor foot injury. Why is there an axe then? Might have been her right foot, or maybe her left foot. One of them. Anyway, it seems irrelevant at the time, but now both of her feet are swollen. We need to do something about it. What was the axe for? I'm glad I took it away. Here, use the medical kit. It's what it's for. Hey, you didn't bring back the suitcase. Okay. Nearby zoo, we saw pterodactyls, chimpandeers, and a porcupine in a small army of cat roaches and other majestic creatures that have emerged among the post-nuclear fauna. Running away from humongous tarantula raptors, we made our escape to the zoo souvenir shop. Most of it was torn to shreds by the bomb, but a few useful things are still lying around, like a checkerboard. I really like this suitcase, but it's gone now. You're the only one eating and drinking. Everybody drinks. A high-tech setup involving paper cups and yards of string. The agents rang in with our next top-secret mission that will surely land us in the VIP bunker very soon. They want us to go on one successful expedition. Write down what you saw in the journal. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, right? Yeah, you've been just sitting there. Ooh, whew. You guys just agreed to fill duty and promised they would be back with more information soon. Let's hope she hurries back. Hungry. Timmy is very hungry, so we're gonna do that. Dreadful silence is becoming boring, and like every happy model family, we don't have that many things to talk about. Is there anything we can do about that? Anything at all? Nope, no radio. Sorry. Feel like we'd been saved by now if I did, though. Wow. There's nothing here. Maybe if we try really hard, we can hear the neighbors in their shelter. Then we should eat something. Dolores would really love to eat something. It's rumbling and tired. Everybody have water. Ship bucket is overflowing. Both of them are attracting treasury glowing, suspicious big insects, wildlife. Roaches weren't that big before the war, were they? Spray them. Find a can of food. The recon mission was risky business when we had to visit the neighborhoods that were dicey even in the best times. The area was full of mutated cats and dogs, fighting each other in gangs, all of them armed to the teeth. We barely made it out of there alive. The agents seemed to appreciate our efforts. Oh my goodness. Oh, everybody gets a freaking water bottle. When we hear a knock on the door and decide to open, our heart rate always goes up a bit. Fortunately, this time it wasn't some bloodthirsty raiders, but the brother and sister that were befriended some time ago. They're quite ambitious, together with their group, trying to construct a few houses and make a small camp. If we had an axe, we could help them with the construction. Absolutely. Give us some food in turn, please. I need food. Oh, I need food. Took a few hours, but we managed to chop everything they asked us to, and even a bit more. Everyone was really grateful, and we got a lot of friendly pats on the back. Helping people and working together sure is nice feeling. We hope to get to visit our friends in their home one day. She doesn't eat tonight. I think she won't last till morning. Bye. I think someone's gonna be dead. Oh my goodness, I think she died outside. Mary Jane went outside, let's hope. Timmy's very hungry. If she doesn't eat something tonight, she will not last till morning. I know. We don't have anything. Timmy is very hungry, is barely any strength, and she doesn't eat anything. She won't last till morning. Dolores is rested. There's one thing we need to do is radio regularly. Screw you. Hours of coughing, we'll get used to it. Our ventilation fans have halted and no fresh air seems to be circulating. Take a peek. Oh. I'm dead. There's only so many days a man can survive without food. Ted was strong, but it was too much for him. He starved to death. The obvious thing to do when a vent is blocked is to check that's what's blocking it. However, you shine your flashlight on the highly mutated insects, things usually go from bad to worse. The angry hive is gone, but the insects did some biting before they fled. During our last expedition, we ran into a smelly man, torn up clothes. We recognized him as the old man named Jim, who used to roam the streets of our town before the bomb fell. Now he roams the wastelands, and it looks like he followed us home. Now he's banging on our door asking if he wants to buy a rock. Ah, sure. We're about to die anyway. Dolores is gone. Like, oh my goodness. Ooh. The commotion coming from outside could only mean one thing: bandits. Mary Jane probably walked right into them. So we need to face the possibility that she is not coming back. We open the door and greeting the old man. We opened the door and greeting the old man with a smile. He was eager to show us his bag filled with rich choice of rocks and convinced us to take one for free. For old time's sakes, we agreed, carefully chose the best looking rock. And the man left. We can't complain, it's a good rock, really. Also, claimed it brings luck. We'll see about that. Should eat something. No more water now. Can't go on an expedition. Get lost. Clearly we're trustworthy after our last successful mission. As the agents come back with another request, we are to generously provide either a couple soup cans or some water bottles for an agent in the field. We'll take care of the delivery. In return, we'll be given an encouraging pat on the back and the promise of a better future and a save. Dolores is dead. She's gone. Oh my goodness, she's still alive. We're not giving them anything, at least not this time. Timmy's diet needs food. It's today or never. Dolores is kicking. She's kicking. We went, oh my goodness, we went days. Sure, we'll prep for one. We've been busy since we got to the shelter, but there's still so much to do, like trimming that shrubbery in our yard. That's definitely something when you want to do when we get out of here. Okay. Yep, there it is. Poor Timmy. Our relocation is probably something we'll be able to discuss after we get out of here. Dolores bravely faced hunger, however, eating is a habit that is hard to shake off. She couldn't take it anymore. Of all places we could have perished, this is probably the best one, or maybe not. We spent 46 days in our shelter. Day 1, all of us are safe. Spider-Man, the nights who stay, infestation, ER visit, infestation, missed radio communications, 10 on the Richter scale, Trojan horse, atomic junkyard, hello? Okay. What a game. How many times I missed our radio communications? I definitely need to grab that radio. Oh my goodness. I like this game. I'm definitely going to play more of this coming into... Oh, there's another one. I didn't mean to skip that. So, thank you all so much for watching. This game was definitely something I've wanted to play for a minute, and I'm definitely going to be playing more. Expect to see a few more episodes of this. What the? Okay. Yeah, expect to see more of this, and maybe some 60-second parsec, 60 parsecs, because I heard that one's a space one, and you're doing basically the same thing. So, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.